The max on compatibles and really.
Alrighty, so 1:36, and we're gonna call the meeting hall to order. And just like everyone to know, we got a text from Lisa. She's unable to join us at this meeting, but she'll be joining for the event. And with that, I'd like to acknowledge that we are privileged to meet on the unceded and ancestral territories of the Squamish and Squamish and Sapmi nations. And we have item 1 is an agenda recommendation. Prepared to do that.
That the agenda of this meeting be approved.
Thank you, Melissa. Is there a second for that? Thank you, Cynthia. I can't see you.
I thought April had her hand up too, so I like put it down quickly.
I thought I saw movement there. All those in favor? Thank you. There is a set of minutes there, the recommendation as well.
That the minutes of the committee of the whole meeting held on September 11th, 2024 be adopted.
Thank you, Melissa. A second for that. Thank you, April. And all those in favor? And that's carried. We don't have any trustee items at the moment, no presentations at the moment. So that brings us to our information items. Trustee calendar, upcoming meetings. Danielle, you want to take this?
Yep. Thanks. So on October 21st, there's going to be a DPAC meeting in the evening, and it's confirmed that's in the school board office, and that's also going to be available over Zoom. So that's in a couple of weeks' time. There is a board workshop from 1 to 3 p.m. at the school board office.
DPAC's Celeste.
That's Celeste, yeah. And this is going to be a strategic plan workshop. So I know that Trustee Turpin is unable to attend in person, but I just wanted to see if everyone else is still able to make it. October 23rd. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. And October 25th and 26th is provincial council, and Trustee Ronan will be attending that. She's been registered for that already. And then on October 28th, there's a SD48 SSTA liaison meeting. Yeah.
Is that me?
Yes. That will be for a board chair. Okay. And then the next item is school learning plans. So we have school learning plans scheduled on October 30th. There's a number of them. So we have some scheduled for Don Ross, Blackwater Creek, Howe Sound Secondary, and SSA and Signal Hill. So right now, we have for Don Ross, we have Celeste and Rebecca scheduled to attend. Does that still work for you?
No, it is not in my calendar, my school board calendar.
Okay.
So I wasn't aware of it. And when I was asked for another meeting with a different organization, I looked at my calendar, nothing there, so I accepted it. So I will be involved that day.
Apologize for that.
I would like to, if anyone is not at one that day, if they want to trade or if they can take my two, which ones are?
You're scheduled for Don Ross and Howe Sound Secondary.
I could do if you want.
Yeah.
Unless someone is dying to go that hasn't been before. I've been to, actually, yeah, I think I've been to both, but I'm happy to go if.
Yeah, and I can take another day for you if there's others somewhere, if you're not on that day.
I'm not on that day, but I'm happy to go to the next one I'm scheduled for too, but I'll see,
Okay.
I'll see about later.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
So
I'm gonna do that.
Cynthia will go
Yeah.
on your
Yeah, so
place. Thank you.
it's super important that as soon as we know these can go onto our calendars, because
Yeah.
I sit on several boards plus my work obligation.
Yeah, we'll send
And I
those
don't
out right
just-
away.
It's just because we have extra day, I don't set aside just in case.
Yeah, for
so.
sure. Okay, so we'll send that out right away. And I just, Trustee Bickford, does that work for you? You're assigned to Don Ross and Howe Sound Secondary that day?
Yeah, I've already confirmed, I believe, Danielle, whatever I said in writing more
Perfect.
months ago is still true today.
Okay, thank
May I just
you.
jump in just from a technical perspective? Celeste, did it show up in your calendar?
I don't utilize the email calendar. I maintain my own calendar.
I,
Okay.
okay, just
Mhm.
curious where it fell down. Thank you.
I also noticed October 23rd is not on my. Which is the, yeah, strategic planning. day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't, it might be others, but it's not in mine.
Rachel, yeah, you have Blackwater Creek.
I won't do that.
Okay, so we're gonna have to do that work staff wise and just get that sorted and maybe get back to people. We have to reschedule.
So Rachel's just said that she can't attend that day. Is there anyone else that can attend for Rachel? Melissa's already going to that one. Yeah, okay. Okay.
Hmm.
We can check with
Okay.
trustee Turpin. Oh, you do have the 23rd?
But not odd. Okay, thank you. Get to the bottom of that.
Oh, you? Oh, what do? Okay. There's some, yeah, we've been having some issues with our calendars, we've been working with IT to try to fix it, so we're not exactly sure, like sometimes we'll try to fix something and then it reverts back like it's not working, so we're having some technical issues.
Then
So-
I'm finding April, it won't update my Outlook calendar on. But if I go into the mail and
Yeah.
then click on calendar, it's there.
But it always does update on my.
It used to, for me
Oh.
too, and
Hmm.
it stopped
Stop
recently.
doing it, okay.
So now I have to go and check like several
Yeah,
calendars.
I'm with you. I always, before I book something, I always would check. I'm trying to make a habit of going and checking the school board calendar, so.
Okay.
And I always. publish.
April, are you free to?
No, I'm.
You're
I'm
busy that
not
day?
here.
Okay, no worries, I just thought I wanted to double check. Just in case. Okay. All right. So we'll have to figure out if we're still gonna go ahead with those two learning plans with just one trustee or not. So we'll get back to you on that.
Which
I'm
ones are
okay
those?
with
It's
being by
Blackwater
myself. Yeah,
Yeah,
And with the other
Signal
one,
Hill.
Signal Hill.
Yeah.
I think you'll be fine.
It could be fine.
okay,
Blackwater, you'll just sit with
Linda.
Linda.
Yeah.
And I've been. I think several of the last.
I went
few years.
2 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Cute.
Signal Hill, you're there. fairly
I'm there
often
all the time.
anyway.
That's why I look every day.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and then we also have, just so everybody knows, November 27th as a school learning plan day as well. So right now we have for Whistler Secondary, Cynthia and April. And then April and Rachel for Myrtle Phillip on November 27th. Okay, so you're away. Are you able to send me when you're away, the dates? Okay. Okay, so it looks like for November 27th. Is anyone able to attend Myrtle Phillip in the afternoon?
I'll go. I should be able to.
Melissa, I can do, I'm already out and
Okay.
doing,
If anything comes up and you can't, just let me know.
Thank you.
or just where you're all only hugely.
Yeah, you're already going,
Yeah.
November 27th.
It's November 27th.
Yes,
Mhm.
It's a Wednesday.
yes.
Where was that, Myrtle?
Mhm.
Myrtle Phillip, yeah.
I'm going to.
And Whistler Secondary.
Danielle, do you not have me down for the November 27th?
I don't know. I don't think. Can you just double check?
That date is in my calendar for a school learning plan, but I just put school learning plan. I didn't put the school. But I utilized the document that you'd sent to us previously with the ones we were assigned to organize this calendar, so I'm
Right now, I
surprised.
don't have you down for that day.
When I look at the
That's
form,
that day.
the Google Doc, it says Cynthia and April.
Okay. And were those changed or no?
Not that I'm aware of.
I'm gonna go back in.
I have you down, Celeste, for April 2025. And then the ones here are October 30th.
That is curious because I'm on here for Myrtle and in my calendar, oh, you just changed it already? Oh my gosh, you're.
She just did it.
Okay. I'm like, wait a minute.
You're like,
Okay.
how'd my name get in there? She just
Okay,
did it right.
she just did it right now. Okay, all right.
And then, yeah, Celeste, then I have you down for April 30th. Yeah. So the 2 dates, November 30th and April 30th. That's what I have you down for, Celeste.
Yeah, I have both. I have April 30th in my calendar for sure already and October 30th. And I have November 27th. So you do not need me on that day.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, fine.
Thank you. Unless you wanna, well, no, that's a different.
No, that's
Is that a
October.
different day? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll stay on it.
And she's already at Hassan.
Okay. And then we have November 5th as our agenda setting committee.
Yeah, no.
Yes. I'm actually at a conference, but I'll be stepping out to come to a agenda with you guys, so, yeah. And then, there's a placeholder for November 8th is for the Indigenous Education Council. I don't think that's been confirmed, so it's just a placeholder for now.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. And because Novembrance Day is before our next board meeting, we will send you something in the, like, via email for any Novembrance Day ceremonies at the schools in case you're interested in attending.
Celeste?
Yeah, sorry, Danielle, I just searched in my calendar. So I also have May 28th, but I believe that that's a Quallet visit and maybe you don't have that down as a school learning plan, but more a board visit to Quallet. Is that correct? Of 2025?
Yep,
Mhm.
that's right.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so stay tuned for any Novembrance Day ceremonies. Don't know the schedules yet, but we'll send them to you as soon as we can. And then, November 13th is our board meeting and we're gonna have a staff recognition lunch and that's at the school board office in Squamish. And then, I know we're already talking to November here, November 21st to November 23rd is Trustee Academy. We don't know what hotel we're going to yet. We've registered everybody except for Trustee Bickford, and I just wanted to see if everybody else is able to attend. Yeah.
You're not coming?
Sorry, did you say no, Rachel? Okay. Okay, anybody, as everyone else, so everything's good?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll be organizing a dinner for Friday night. And then you'll be on your own for, like, the Trustee Academy will be starting at 1 o'clock on the Thursday. So you'll be on your own for lunch that day. And then dinner Thursday, because we usually have a speaker in the evening, so you'll be on your own to grab up
Don't think I'll be able to join.
on Friday.
Okay. But everything else, I'm just.
Would you rather we moved it to Thursday or something then?
Yeah, Rachel would think that. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
We usually have a break in between there, like we could
Yeah.
have dinner and
Sure.
go to the opening.
Are you guys having a board chair or anything? You know, if there's a board chair meeting?
That has come up, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we'll organize a dinner for Thursday then, if that's okay with everybody, and then everyone can be on their own
Okay,
for
Going to
Friday.
the Indigenous fashion.
Oh,
show.
cool, for sure.
If anyone's interested.
Yeah, I think that
They-
sounds
they haven't gotten
amazing.
tickets yet. I can't, I'm not 100%. I'll throw it out to everyone. and-
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
love to.
Yeah.
That's a
Julie
neat
went last
idea.
year and it was just incredible.
Okay, so we'll do that.
But I love doing things together. I think it really builds our relationship.
Yeah.
and such.
Yeah, that's nice. It's good to know. Okay. Okay, that's it for that section for me. Yeah.
Okay, and I think we should point out too, as well, that I think the January meeting is a week later than.
That's right. It's a week later.
On the 15th?
Because of,
Okay, yeah.
Because of the late start,
Yeah.
late back to school, and no time to prepare.
okay.
Is that it? Hey. Yeah, I got it. Okay. That brings us to item 6, our discussion items. So we have the traffic calming letter of support. Oh.
Thank you. So the board may recall that last year, somewhere around, I think it was in February, the board wrote a letter of support for the board of the Squamish Senior Living Society, the West Wind Senior Living on Third Avenue in Squamish, and they had reached out to the board looking for support because they were working with the District of Squamish regarding some traffic calming measures that they wanted to see put in place and were hoping for. So the board wrote a letter of support for their efforts. And they've reached out to us again as you know, because the letter I think was provided to you. The letter was received on September 16th, and they're just asking if the board would like to re-engage with them on the same topic. And so we're just bringing that forward for your opportunity to discuss and let staff know how you'd like to proceed.
So re-engage us to what end?
Well, the letter says we would like to offer our collaboration in addressing these issues, which are the traffic issues, and to work alongside the school district to advocate for comprehensive traffic calming solutions. Now, they say their organization is eager to contribute to this cause in the following ways: through community engagement and advocacy, safety assessment, data collection, collaborative efforts with local authorities, and educational campaigns. And their ask here in the letter is we would appreciate the opportunity to discuss how we can collaborate on these initiatives. So, I mean, the board has already provided a letter of support. So if I'm not really clear on what specifically they're asking for in this letter, beyond what the board has already provided. So this was just an opportunity for the board to discuss the request.
So this particular area would be the District of Squamish responsibility?
Yes, it's downtown Squamish is the location of the building. The residence building. It's a senior residence apartment building.
Is this the same one that we spoke of last year?
Yeah.
That's right.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we did issue a letter, and probably
Yeah.
said a letter of support.
Yeah.
So.
And I say, my two questions would be, do you have any idea, I guess if you don't know exactly what they're asking for, we don't know how much staff time this could possibly take. And then my other question would be, how much, or to what extent is our student population affected?
I kind of like the idea of a group that faces similar challenges, and like whatever affects the seniors in that area. I mean, we have 2 schools in that area, so it's going to affect our students in the same way that's affecting. I mean, I drive down there a lot during all the breaks and there's kids everywhere, there's cars, there's e-bikes. Sorry, something that came with. It's affecting our kids too. Well, I think it's a good alignment.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I believe what they're looking for there is for the board itself to engage rather than. I don't think it's a staff initiative that they're looking for, because this is traffic calming initiatives which would be like speed bumps, sidewalks, extra signage, things like that, they've been lobbying the District of Squamish for. And the letter that the board wrote back in February was just to say that you support those initiatives to, encourage the district to consider additional calming measures. So staff doesn't have the ability to, this is a District of Squamish issue with traffic. We don't have any ability to do anything there. So that would be the District of Squamish work and stuff.
Government to government request. So again, I think before the board is the session is the board is open to another letter of support. Is it maybe it should be a joint letter because they name other institutions, not just our own school district, but they belong there as well.
Oh,
So they're looking
right.
for I think there's for some kind of concerted extra effort, and it might be that this board determines that, writing another letter and happy or to sign along in a joint letter of support to municipality is the extent. But or the board can say, no, we'd like to set up a meeting with the municipality, right, or to attend a monthly municipal meeting. Just as concerned citizens and send our support behind the representative from the senior center. They raised the point in the public meeting. So to me, this is a government to government. Currently what there is a crosswalk with signage. But a controlled stoplight. And I think there are controlled stoplight and a controlled crossing.
Like the lights
So
come on?
there is
Like
now.
the one at
controlled-
Signal Hill.
Yeah, it's a controlled stop, so kids should push the button, there should be the flashing lights and people should cross. And I think that is an addition, I don't believe it was controlled by that lighting before, so just to be clear, they have put in some measures, and what it sounds like is they want increased traffic calming, to Paul's point, with the board support, and want the municipality to spend time and the monies to put in speed bumps. Again, the district is not a staff. We don't monitor flow of traffic on school roads. Right?
Yeah, and we haven't received any other concerns from the public or
Me
from
too.
parents on this issue.
What to me is that we take that on, then we gotta start looking at, we said text, about the issue of availability, and Melissa's been advocating for additional support at Signal Hill. And I'm sure there are other schools as well, so.
Did we not used to have a person out there at the crosswalk? I'm sure we did, at Squamish Elementary.
So there, yes,
There
but
used to
this
be a
is a different crosswalk. This is far from our property. This is at the West Away complex. This
It's-
isn't at the.
It's behind
Save on.
Save on food.
foods, behind that plaza where the,
Okay, I was
Doctor's
thinking of a
offices.
different area.
Yeah, that is traffic controlled by our
Yeah.
staff.
Yeah,
And that's for direct access to the school from the closest crosswalk.
Yeah.
At least a couple blocks away.
right.
But students will probably.
And I don't,
Walk
and I
to
don't
school.
dispute that, gosh,
Yeah.
there's probably some concerns. I just, again, it's to what extent does the board want to get engaged in? That's up to the board.
board, yeah.
and the board has been engaged. The board did
Yeah.
write a letter
Yeah.
advocating for this issue.
But it sounds like it was addressed and there was updates done to the crosswalk already.
I believe they want more.
Everybody wants more, for sure, especially with the safety of humans. I'd be happy for another letter to be written, but I'm not sure how much more staff time we should put into something that's already been addressed and been fixed. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying we shouldn't be worried about the safety of our kids. I'm saying they've done upgrades to it.
What are the seniors still worried about? Whatever they're
Mhm.
worried about will be the same worry we have for our students,
Mhm.
I think. I don't know.
I think it's that number 3, point number 3. That sort of makes it more specific what they're looking to collaborate with, maybe? Collaborative efforts with local authorities?
Maybe it's other
I feel-
areas?
I feel like we need more information about how much engagement they're looking for.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a recommendation,
Mm-hmm.
you know, one of the things I would say is the board has already engaged in this topic. I wasn't aware that there was, Chris, you mentioned that there had been a change made to the,
From what I see, it looks like, again, I don't know that for a fact, but it looks like a newly installed signage, and pedestrian control. Well, they might want one.
They want speed bumps and a
Mhm.
school zone sign put up.
But it's also, it's not just the one area. It's 3 areas that they're talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
But it is the safety of our kids because they all live up here and then they come down and cross.
yeah, I mean, it's not really clear to staff how much of this issue pertains to our students. We're not really clear on that. As much as it does to the local residents of the community, so I don't have information regarding
Well,
that.
So one thing that I would tend to agree with Chris in the government to government piece, we have already developed a relationship with the district of Squamish and about engagement and collaboration. Yeah, one thing we might be able to indicate is that we could add this, if we agree, add this to our list of topics to bring forward. So not working directly with them, this organization, but to bring it forward as an area of concern when we meet with the district.
Yeah, I think that's very appropriate.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds great.
So can we respond
Yes.
in that manner? You'll
we can-
develop
we-
something for me to.
We can prepare a letter in that regard,
Okay,
for sure. Yeah.
all right.
Thank you.
Next up, RMOW letter of support, Whistler Active Transportation Strategy.
Yeah. So the regional municipality of Whistler reached out to our principal of Whistler Secondary asking for a letter to support this grant that they're applying for. And so the principal brought it forward to our attention. We thought this is more of a board decision. If the board is in support of writing a letter to support the municipality for this grant. And the reason why the municipalities reached out to us is that this would be they want to get more students riding their bikes to school. And so this would help with the implementation of their plan, the Whistler Active Transportation Strategy plan that they have. And that's what the funds will be used for.
And I'll just add that this actually is a provincial initiative, and so many districts are using the same template, adding their local information for this campaign and these funds. And the staff's perspective is, yes, we would ask the board to support it. We feel that the addressee was just incorrect. It shouldn't necessarily come to the principal of one school in Whistler when it's for Whistler, and again, it's government to government, so we'd be happy to change the addressee and say the Board of Education supports the application of this grant, rather than the principal of Whistler Secondary School.
So Chris, if we did that, would that include then all 3 of our communities?
Nope, this is
This is only
specifically
for Whistler.
Yes.
Whistler. I believe, I shouldn't say I believe, I don't know if Squamish has done one yet, but they will be, that might already be underway, and they just didn't ask for our support. But I would just say, I think we recommend that the Board of Education support the application.
It is interesting that they have e-bikes in there.
That's part of the get to school without using
Yeah.
fossil
Fuel.
fuels. But to your point about safety, I know what you're saying
Mhm.
earlier.
So could we,
Hmm.
so you're saying there's no reason why we wouldn't support it?
Yeah,
And if they can only benefit our students.
yeah, was the letter itself attached?
It's not here.
Oh, okay, it's a
But-
very brief
It's just a big document.
letter that supports, it. It's just for, again, my belief is the Board of Education, like the representative from the governing body of the district to support the municipality in putting this forward.
And do you need a motion? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
No stated financial obligation.
Yeah.
For sake of the public. It's for a grant, actually.
Yes.
And we have policy around students wearing helmets and walking their bikes on property and all of the safety things.
You do, yes.
Okay, yeah. Say that again?
I said, only work with the safety of bikes, the students that are concerned about.
Oh, security,
Well, yeah,
yeah.
you bring those bikes to school and they park them on the property. And they get stolen, that's what it is.
It's a lot.
So I know we've gone over our time, but our next item up is a break and then in camera, so
Okay.
we're a little more flexible.
Is it there?
We go, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
That the Board of Education supports writing a letter to the RMLW in support of the Whistler Active Transportation Strategy.
April, second to that. Thank you, Cynthia. All those in favor? That's good. So next item up is the drums. And Phyllis had sent out an email.
Yeah, I sent out an email. I noticed when I was at the Truth and Reconciliation get together at Signa Hill that quite a few of the adults there had drums, and I would love to be able to bring my own drum to these events at the schools, and I thought it would be really great if we could make drums together or for each other, or what that looks like, if that's a possibility. Or if we should just buy our own.
Well, like, I think it's a great idea for starters. My limited knowledge, so only by my own experience, the first drum you make is to be gifted
Mhm.
to someone else. And that's same goes like the first deer you get when you're starting hunting, you give away the entire, so that's just part of the Scotland tradition. I think that we, possibly could make drums for each other, which is nice. And maybe as part of, part of our professional development,
Mhm.
but I'm not sure if of our year is full already with that or. Or
I
what anyone else's thoughts are.
I spoke to our director of Indigenous Education about this topic because I wanted to see if we could get a hold of Squamish Nation to see what her thoughts or what their thoughts were on this. But we weren't able to get a hold of them in time. But she was mentioning that we could do a learning session around drum making because she said when you're gifted a drum, there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that, like expectations. And usually it's like, there's like cultural significance to it. So it'd be good for the board to learn about that piece before we actually go into the drum making. But this is just what her thoughts are.
Rebecca's point, I think we've already scheduled education sessions. Then my question for the board is, are you asking staff to hold another one? Or is this a consensus important, it's not consensus, but important to take the place of another session? For this year. Because I do agree that if it is something we're going to pursue, then I want to ensure we do this properly.
Yeah.
With good intent and follow the proper protocol, settings at the time, the learning. Payment of those pieces. Happy to support it, but we do have our education sessions, I believe, were already chosen, but that doesn't.
Don't we have in May or June an Indigenous session?
Yeah, we do.
We usually do, correct?
We
Like,
have,
we've had them for 2 years that I've been a board trustee.
Didn't we do one standard and
yeah, we do have one a year.
So can we not make that
focus?
the focus of the one that's scheduled already for this year?
I'm sorry, I'm
Yes.
conflating what we did with the board on the strategic planning.
Oh, no, no,
Meeting.
no, no, sorry, I'm not talking about that.
Correct, we do have,
Mhm.
thank you, I was.
Yeah.
confused. So
Mhm.
that could be, yes, I think.
Can we
that
make
we
that
have
the
a-
focus of that one?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Is there any objection to exploring this farther?
I think it would be a little bit based on cost too. I don't want this to cost a lot of money to the,
Well,
School
I
district.
meant just to explore it,
yeah,
to see
yeah.
what would be involved, the expense, because we do have a budget, I believe, for our board professional development.
Okay.
I think it's a fantastic,
I'm not hearing any opposition.
yeah,
so if
no,
we can
fantastic
not
opportunity to explore
take
the
that
topic and
Absolutely.
bring some information back to it, is that way?
Could be something to collaborate with the Squamish Little Cultural Center because they offer those workshops and things too.
Yeah, that could be part of our pursuit.
Yeah.
Again, for those folks as well.
Well, and that would, I think that's a fantastic idea because that is
Sure,
both
sure,
Bill
sure.
Rod and.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Both, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be great.
Okay,
All
all right. So we have some direction when it comes to that. No action items. Do we have any questions of clarification from the public?
No, no questions.
And at 2:14, we have completed the business of this agenda and we are adjourned. So